Hello, folks. Welcome back to my channel. This is the world of TV shows, and today I have another episode review for you of the show called Medium. And this time we'll be looking at the 14th episode of the first season called In the Rough. The episode was originally aired on May 2nd, 2005 on NBC. It was directed by Dwayne Clark and written by Glenn Gordon Caron as well as Renee Echeverria. In this episode, basically, the episode opens up with, once again, a dream sequence where Allison sees a pretty disturbing crime being committed. And then, as she goes to work for the district attorney, as her usual job is, she's basically these lawyers who are gonna try to get to get a case reopened involving a suspected, a convicted murderer who might actually be innocent, right? So basically, they try their level best to sway the district attorney to get another look at the case and to reconsider the whether this person is innocent, is guilty or innocent, right? So Allison is going to be kind of, meeting the accused, the convicted criminal, and she's going to, as the episode goes on, she's going to start thinking that he actually might be innocent, but there's another crime which she believes he might be guilty of, right? Meanwhile, the side story in this one is about Allison's mother-in-law, Marjorie, who comes and visits the family, right? And she's pretty tense about it, especially given the fact that she can't share everything with her mother-in-law, especially in regards to what she does. The dreams and all of that, her job as the district attorney. So yeah, she's pretty tense about it, and she doesn't really know how to control how to what to do really. But she's gonna try to she's gonna try her level best not to upset her or anything like that. Since she's Joe's mother, she's gonna try to control herself to keep herself in check, so to speak, right? So it's gonna be a pretty interesting side story, and she's gonna see her her father-in-law, right? And there's some kind of funny humor in this episode, but I'll let you find out for yourselves what it is. So this is pretty much how the episode goes. Indeed, this is the main premise. And I have to say that this episode was pretty interesting. I really enjoyed it, especially since, well, I didn't mention it before, but yes, maybe I should now, that basically Detective Lee Scanlon, is a big part of this episode, as, everything is going to point to him as, one of the main characters, as he has done something, many years ago. And Allison is once again going to be facing some kind of a dilemma, some kind of predicament where she doesn't really know whether she should come forward with what she knows or not, given the fact that it might cost a good man, his career, right? So I really enjoyed, once again, this kind of morality search, right? As the this feel to it that we can see in this episode when Allison is confronted with a tough choice to make. She has a few options, and she's going to try her level best to choose the wisest of them all. And she's going to turn to her husband, Joe, for advice once again, right? So she's going to be a little bit, I guess you could say, out of her element when she's encountering these kinds of situations. But I thought that this episode in The Rough was a good one. I really enjoyed it. And the scenes with Allison's father-in-law and mother-in-law, as a matter of fact, I thought they were pretty good, pretty funny. This is the first time we get to meet Allison's mother-in-law. So perhaps we should move on to the actors and actresses. So Allison's mother-in-law is named Marjorie. Her name is Marjorie. She's played by Kathy Baker, who made her first appearance in this show, who I thought was pretty good, right, as the mother-in-law. Really good job. Then we have David Cubitt as David Lee Scanlon. We have Paul Adelstein, right, who plays Craig, who's one of these lawyers, I guess, who wants the district attorney to reconsider their verdict about this accused person. We have Dean Norris, who plays Detective Ricky. Sorry. We have Evan Park, who plays Owen Butler, who, if I'm not mistaken, was the convicted person, the criminal, the one behind bars, the one in the orange jumpsuit, the one who is convicted of that crime. We have Bruce Gray, who plays Joe's dad, who I told you about is a pretty good actor, especially in this show. He's really funny, and there's a lot of humor between him and Allison, which I thought was really, really good. We have Samantha Kwan, who plays Deborah, who is that other lawyer, right, who wants the case reopened and the verdict changed, perhaps, in light of the evidence. We have Tina D. Joseph. We have Paul Norwood, Mary Strong, John Montana, Daniel Bojo, as well as Todd Malta. So this is pretty much how it goes. A very good episode, very deep, with one of the main characters being in the focus of the episode. This time it's Lee Scanlon. And I really enjoyed how Allison is gonna, try her level best to save save somebody's career, right? As she's gonna be, she's gonna be dealt. She's gonna have to deal with a hard choice, as I told you before, right? So, and yeah, this episode is pretty dark, especially in, something that happened in this episode, especially in regards to the beginning. I won't tell you what it is, for I don't want to spoil it or anything like that. But man, it's pretty dark, right? And you're going to understand, this episode makes you like one of the main characters even more. At least it did for me, right? When I watched this episode, I won't tell you who, because I don't want to spoil in any way, shape, or form. So I try to keep it as cryptic as I possibly can on purpose, so that I don't reveal anything big that might ruin the experience for you. But basically, yes, there's a character, one of the main characters, whom I think in this episode was even better than, before, especially, given what they did, right? So it really made that episode, it really made that character all the more lovable to the fans, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, humble one. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. The scenes involving Marjorie, Allison's mother-in-law, were pretty funny, especially with, Allison's daughters, her granddaughters. I thought it was pretty funny to have that kind of, family bonding time, for lack of better terms, right? So I thought that this was pretty good. Like I said, the character who's going to be facing, yes, so Allison is going to learn something about a specific character, as I told you. But yeah, I thought that everything was pretty good in this episode. I really enjoyed it. I liked how it ended, and the whole criminal case was interesting as well. Really, really, even as gnarly as it is, as creepy, as scary, as disturbing, it still had a good outcome, in my opinion. The whole episode, the way, excuse me, the whole episode and the way it ends were pretty good. So my favorite actors in this one would definitely be Kathy Baker, David Cubitt, Paul Adelstein. Yeah, not so much. I mean, as a character, that is, I didn't like his character that much. But then we have Dean Norris, right, who's a pretty well-known actor who plays in this episode, right? He plays Detective Ricky, who is, working a case back then, right? And he's somehow connected to a certain extent to what's happening then, right, in this in the events that are, um, in this episode. But yeah, Dean Norris is a pretty good actor, so definitely Kathy Baker, David Cubitt, and yes, with an emphasis on David Cubitt, who was awesome in this episode, as well as Dean Norris and Bruce Gray, and Evan Park as Owen Butler, the criminal. All of them were pretty good actors, right? So I really enjoyed their performance, every single one of them. So yeah, it's a pretty good episode, pretty good progression, pretty good opening sequence, and as you go on, yes, it's a sad case, it's difficult, but yeah, eventually there's an outcome, and I'll let you find out for yourselves what this twist is about and how it basically put everything to rest, so to speak. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd definitely give it something like a maybe an I don't even know. Actually, I would give it a very solid rating, probably a 9 out of 10, because of this character and the choice that Allison has to face was really, really good. 9 out of 10 for me. I really enjoyed this episode, especially with the whole what to do kind of question, and how Allison is going to try her level best to make sure that everything works out for the best, you know. And I really enjoyed it. So 9 out of 10 for me. And really loved the whole everything about it. It was a pretty good episode. 9 out of 10 for me. What about you, folks? What did you think about this episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. This is the World of TV Show signing off.